Hey guys, welcome back to another one of our awesome showcase projects. We are here in Atlantic Beach, Florida. So we're in a nice little neighborhood called Ocean Walk. This is I love this neighborhood. It's one of my favorite neighborhoods, especially Atlantic Beach, because of all the oak tree coverage that's out here that's close to the ocean. And what's neat about that is you have these really neat sabal palms that are stuck in between the oak trees, and it's a really cool part of Atlantic Beach. So really cool project here this week. We are going to be showcasing an awesome pond. This is gonna be a 2-week project that we're gonna do, so it's gonna be a pretty detailed and pretty elaborate pond. But what I wanna talk about is the homeowner. This guy trusts us enough, and this guy understands how to build his own garage. So this garage over here, he built himself with like a neighbor friend. So this guy can build a 2-story garage mother-in-law suite without anybody's help except for a crane, and he still wants us to come in and build him a pond. So he understands his limitations, but we have some high expectations to meet here because this guy has got some creativity. But yeah, come on back and check out this water feature we're going to do back here. So everything back here is going to change up a little bit. This is going to be our entryway to come in and do all of our construction. We're going to come off this, stage all of our stage all of our rock and such back here. He is a different paver contractor, so we won't be doing the pavers on this one. And what he's going to do is he's going to do all these cool little walkways around it with a fire pit next to the water feature and a wood deck cantilevered over the pond. So there used to be a wooden deck back here, so what you see is this dirt right now. That used to be their existing wooden deck. So he has prepared for us and gotten everything taken out so that we can come in and do our project. So this gentleman is actually going to do a 2nd-story deck with a tongue and groove A-framed covered roof on this thing. So it's gonna be really neat. And so the deck that's down here, he's gonna build a deck down here. This whole entire bottom section is gonna be completely screened in. So this will be screened in up to this yellow line. So this is kind of the homeowner designating kind of where his deck's going to. His screened in deck. And this is going to be all retractable screens that open up to this circular deck that's lower. It's 18 inches lower here. This deck that comes around and wraps up to where his hot tub and such is going to go. So they'll come down 3 steps down onto this patio that is right next to our pond. So you can kind of see the sabal palm that's been chopped down. In hopes to go ahead and get this out so that we can go ahead, build the deck and build this pond underneath the deck a little bit. So it feels like a dock where you come out and you can actually dangle your feet right in the water from here. So it'll be a really neat little feature where we kind of tuck the water feature underneath the actual deck. So this is going to be a really cool project. I'm not going to go over any more now. When Michael gets out here in the next couple days, he'll go over the layout and go through his normal thing like he does. But my favorite thing about this project is the homeowners are allowing us to work with nature instead of against it. So this, you might not be able to see it on camera, but this has a slope going uphill towards their house. And so our waterfall is going to face this direction. So it's going to be facing kind of parallel with the home instead of at the home. But at the top, we are going to have one waterfall facing towards the home. Then it's going to come down here because they're going to have a really cool interactive waterfall with a lower patio that they can enjoy down here, seeing the entire thing. So I can't wait. This is really gonna be a fun project, especially in this natural backdrop. It's gonna fit in perfectly.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Mr. and Mrs. Beckenbach's house in Atlantic Beach, Florida. So out here, as soon as I started digging this pond, we noticed there was at least 4 different layers of earth. We had on the top, it was this nice dark organic soil, and I'm just assuming that's from just years of debris falling from trees and decomposing. So you had some nice healthy stuff on top, and then you got down to what I saw was almost like a builder's fill, kind of tan, probably something that had to do with when this house was built years ago, bringing in the yard up to the proper level. So then that's 2. The third one was a layer of coquina, and now like right here next to me, this is all mixed in. This is just the, I don't know, this is the mixture of all 4 really. But coquina, yeah, there's like 4 inches of just straight coquina shell. It was tempting. I wanted to look for shark's teeth, but I couldn't. And under that, it was just like pure sand, since we're out here in Atlantic Beach, just what it used to be, you know, dunes and ocean. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's not a bad mixture. I kind of like it. It compacts well. It's not like clay chunks where it's a pain in the butt to, you know, form into shapes. It's pretty easy. It's actually more, it can be more difficult to compact shelving and stuff like that. So, man, what?
Welcome to dirt with the pond guy.
All right, you're making it weird.
Okay, sorry. I had to get in on that, dude. He looks so good.
You just can't. So the Beck & Box came, they actually met with Jason Duffney about this total backyard makeover. They have plans to do Trex board decking off their house, extension on the second story, off their bedroom to come outside, multiple elevations with the deck. They are pretty much putting 100% trust in myself to make this the focal point of the yard, and whatever we end up doing here, he gave me the go-ahead. He will build the deck to whatever we create. So we love a homeowner who puts the trust in us and lets us just create, and that's what we're gonna do. Day 2, we have our Bobcat excavator out here. The challenge we're faced with today is that this machine cannot pick up 80% of the rock we have out here. So we're limited to which rocks we're able to set, and we have to start setting rock today or else we're gonna fall super behind. So me and the guys are picking out the biggest that this thing can handle, and we're gonna start putting them in the hole. I'm real slow. That's perfect like that.
Over there, and now that's saying it's 14.
I mean, we probably, if the grade wasn't right, you know, like if we raked it so we get a gap in the front.
You need to shim it up?
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to just raise this front a little bit. So, curl up a little bit. All right. So this rock right here, we just got done setting. This thing's easily somewhere around 3,000 pounds. With that being said, there's actual time to tonnage ratios that you can kind of hone in on how long it's gonna take to build a pond if you're working with all rock this size. One rock can take a full hour, because if you don't get the strapping correct the first time, you're setting it back down, playing with the straps, tinkering until you get that thing level how you want it, because you don't want too much action teetering back and forth with setting something this big. Number one, pinching problems with the liner. Number two, you're gonna start shifting some of the earth, some of the you know, undisturbed earth around the rocks. That's a big no-no. So this rock, how long do you think this rock took for us to set?
I mean, probably
yeah.
Think about the trees.
Yeah.
Access point is terrible.
Exactly, yeah. So our staging area is on the other side where we're working right now, and there's all these small little scrub oaks and native hollies and massive sables and oaks, and we just have to sit there and navigate through it the best we can, so that's time consuming. This rock we set down once, you know, we step back 20 feet, take the overall look at it, and we decided to shim it up. Now there's this is probably a 15-pound rock underneath there, and all that did was this lip here was just angled slightly forward, and we collectively decided that was ugly, so we stuck that shim rock under it and lifted the front up, and now we're stoked on it, so it's on to the next rock.
I just want it like budged up against it.
I want it, yeah. Hold that. Come down.
Down?
Yeah, make sure that's touching. Swing that in, okay? Trying to move that rock out a little bit more again. Yeah, that's gonna be good. All right. Let's work on getting these straps out. So what's gonna happen now, this liner has to shift. We're gonna have to do a fold in it because these waterfalls up here are gonna be aimed like at the excavator.
Okay, so it's
right, so everything has to
streaming this way.
Right, yeah, so it's gonna hit the back of that rock.
All right, so what's the next plan for that?
Oh, wedge it up bigger than that, man.
Alright, let me get up here.
Yeah, let me lift it up. 1, 2, 3.
Come on!
Land, you animal.
Come on, Tony. Way more. 1, 2, 3. I think I just pulled something, dude. I need a beer. As you can see, we made it to the top finally. 6,000 BioFall installed. We got a little bit of rock work up there. Chris got the fall going off the BioFall. It's gonna be really sweet out here. We're anxious to turn it on. Unfortunately, we haven't even began to dig the actual aquablock and vault system. That's acting as our skimmer on this pond. So we're still multiple days away from turning this bad boy on. It's kind of nail biting because usually once we finish this, it's within, you know, an hour or so we're able to plug it in. But this is a pretty extreme job, so we have to be patient. So we're using large aqua blocks. This vault, or this basin I should say, is gonna be just over 250 gallons that it can hold. We're gonna have an autofill on it and then also an overflow built in to this that's gonna run out to the woods. So with the large aqua blocks, which are these bad boys right here, they're taller than the smalls. They're the same width and everything like that. But when you go ahead and use the large aqua blocks, you got to put this on. So this section here is an extension for your vault, and it would just get, it's too low with the large aqua blocks, so that's why we put that on there. So how this is going to end up happening is I'm going to be leaving a wall of this dirt for right now, and our edge of our hole is going to be coming in just off that, maybe 14-18 inches off, and we're going to recess that whole basin down in here. Eventually we're going to have connecting rocks off our pond, and we're going to be framing a waterfall that's going to be spilling into the basin, and that fall is going to act as the skimming processed wood. Our pumps are going to be down here drawing in this whole body of water into it, so all the leaves, everything like that, is just going to get funneled and sucked right through here. So a lot easier for the homeowner just to blow the leaves out or scoop them out by hand than having to run out here. With all this leaf drop, he'd be out here a couple times a day, I feel like, just with a little skimmer. So that's why we're installing that here. As you can see, everything is flowing extremely well. Our urns are jamming out, waterfalls, all sorts of twists and turns coming from up top there. Really love how this turned out, especially the bridge. We have that beautiful little spacing that you're gonna step across, and at night it's gonna be highlighted with a 3-watt light. So it's gonna be illuminated and it's gonna look amazing. Multiple plant pockets for aquatics just to buffer all this rock and just really help that ecosystem. Cool little jumping rocks. I'm pretty sure his dog is gonna be sprinting across this thing, jumping in the water, chasing the fish. Coming down here, We have our negative edge into a 16 large aquablox basin, 2 volts, 2 4-to-8s. This thing just turned out awesome. I couldn't be more happy with it. The guys, they've been kicking butt all day long, every day. Down to the little details now, just making the liner disappear. It's about 3:45 now. I would say in a couple hours, we're gonna be raking all this out and making it look like we weren't here. The water feature spans almost 70 feet long. As you walk around this backside, this is when you're gonna capture that waterfall, and that's probably it. And this is one of my favorite views right here. You just really catch, I don't know, just the motion of everything. Just all the waterfalls crossing each other, and just the line work of the pond really just comes together right here. This is my favorite spot. I would put a little bench right here and chill here.
All right, guys, so Michael did an amazing job out here. What we spec'd and what he installed were pretty much about the same. So we have on this pond, we have somewhere roughly around the 35 tons of rock built into this thing. We've got the medium stack slate urn, the large stack slate urn, pretty much cut in half, sunken in the pond. I love that effect. We have 2 volts on this. So we have 2 4,000 to 8,000 pumps. There is room that he can upgrade. If there was ever a need to upgrade and put more water features on, he could still stick another pump in one or the other. We like to over-engineer these things so that they're built to, you know, be able to upgrade. So we have 2 volts built into this, 2 4,000 to 8,000 gallon per hour pumps. One of those pumps is feeding these 2 guys, and I think some of it's still going up to the 6,000 BioFall that we have filtering this pond. You know, we've got some cool driftwood pieces in here. This log actually was amazing. This log Michael found on the property, fallen over in the back there. So that was awesome. They were able to harvest it out of there, cut that thing, and make it look like it's been growing out of the pond forever. We also have the, I think we have the IonGen on here, and we definitely have the dosing system. That's one of my favorites, which will basically put in bacteria automatically for you. So this right here is our bridge cross. So this is where the homeowners will be able to come out, step down off the deck, and walk right across. I love this split through here. So you'll actually get to see a fish swimming through. So it's not a continuous bridge where you can take, you know, something and roll it across, but this feels more natural. This is something you would see in nature more or less than just a big stone bridge or a paver bridge or something like that. We like doing it different every single time we do it. And then lastly is this waterfall. I think this waterfall turned out amazing. I love how Michael did this, where he's got these huge rocks, and I'm hoping Mark will actually let us do this on the pond tour. This is gonna be a great feature to show off this year. These rocks are just stellar. The way he configured these, I couldn't say anything more natural about it. This really turned out very, very beautiful. So now all we gotta do is wait for this darn thing to start growing in with some more plants, some more fish, and this thing's gonna be rocking it. If you guys are in the Jacksonville area, you gotta hit us up. So if you guys want water features, landscaping, any of that stuff, please call us, subscribe to our channel, make some comments on there, and we'll educate you guys on anything you possibly want. So just hit us up one way or the other, whether you're in Jacksonville and you want something like this done, or if you wanna go ahead and get some more information on how you guys can do this yourselves, we do not mind helping one way or the other. I'll see you guys on the next video.